With me now is Chris Lewis. He's CTV's public safety analyst and former OPP commissioner. Chris, listening there to B's reporting, I have a lot of questions. We are expecting to hear from police at some point today. They're going to reveal the latest on the investigation. Where do you think they likely are right now in processing the crime scene and trying to piece together what happened?
Well, processing the crime scene would be a big job. You're looking potentially at multiple units on multiple floors, maybe some action in hallways, lobbies, who knows? But certainly a huge task. But York Region's a big police department, and they'll be able to handle that. They just have to take their time doing it. Of course, SIU would be involved and would have the forensic people at the scene as well, working in conjunction with York Regional Police. In the meantime, they have to investigate who is this guy. What made him tick? What set him off? What was his relationship to victims? Was there intended targets and then others that just happened to get in the way? Were they all intended targets, and why? There's lots of speculation at this point running wild on social media. But police have to nail this down properly before they make any statements, because they only get one shot at making a statement during the course of an SIU investigation. And so they want to get it accurate. And at the same time, Marcia, they'll be looking at, did anyone know this is going to happen? Did anyone help? And then lots of questions around the weapon and the ammunition, of course.
I think a lot of people's first thought when seeing and hearing this headline this morning, 5 people killed in a mass shooting in Toronto, north of Toronto, it seems shocking. Does it seem that way to you, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. It always is. I mean, it's we've had bigger shootings in Canada that were much more shocking, but this is the first one I can recall in a big building like that in the GTA with multiple victims. Certainly we've had homicides in large buildings, but not of this nature. At the same time, it's in the middle of all the discussions around gun control and federal legislation and, the pros and cons to all of that. So it comes at a very interesting time. But the bottom line is what's most important is people have lost their lives, families are grieving, a police officer was forced to take a life, and there's just so much on the go right now. It's difficult for everybody to comprehend it, particularly with the swirl of speculation and rumors and photos being posted on social media that may or may not even be accurate at this point. So lots of wheels spinning in the air.
Right. We have to wait until we hear details from police. And again, you mentioned the shooter, and a 73-year-old man doesn't fit that typical profile of a shooter, Chris, that you and I have talked about so many times.
No, normally not. I mean, we had a young officer shot and killed back in 2010 in Ontario by a 78-year-old man that was mad at his wife. So who knows what makes people tick or what mental health issues are involved in some of these things and why someone would commit such an act. But I mean, York Regional Police is one of the best. They'll sort it out. At some point we'll know. But in the meantime, we just have to allow those processes to run their course and know that there's no other threat to anyone at this point as a result of that specific individual.
Chris, do you think we'll find out the identity of the victims today?
I doubt very much. There'll be notification issues. There'll be autopsies. They want to verify. They may believe this is John Doe, but they have to verify all of that. And so those processes sometimes take time, particularly with 5 individuals. It may be tomorrow, maybe the next day. Who knows? It could happen quickly, too, depending on how the stars align.
And last question for you this morning. One surviving victim is in hospital receiving care. How vital could that survivor be to the police investigation, and how long would they wait before interviewing that person, Chris?
Well, they'll want to interview the person as soon as they're medically able to be interviewed. And it will be very key, as will other witnesses in the building that heard and saw things and maybe knew either the victims and or the shooter and knew some of the relationship issues there. So it's all very key, but that one victim for sure is particularly important, given that it was an intended victim of a homicide. It's pretty serious stuff.